Hey guys, Mike Perna coming at you with a quick video. It is that time of the year, and I mean, in that market, right, where we've got multiple offer situations and bidding wars crazy. And if you have not been involved in it, I'm going to be honest with you, you are not selling real estate. That's just how this is. Can I get an amen? Yeah. So we've come up with what we kind of call ready to strike, which is so good. And it's preparing our buyers in advance of what's going to happen in the market, especially when we get out there and start looking at properties. And why we do this is because we don't want our buyers to get caught unaware of what needs to happen to win the home, right? So, and what I mean by that is a lot of times, and thank God our competitors do this all the time, a lot of our competitors are just simply rushing in, showing buyers properties, not doing a buyer consult, not actually going over what's happening in the market and what they need to be ready for. So if they want to strike on a home, they want to make that offer, so they're ready. Most are not, which is so good. And I'm so happy about that. So I'm doing this video because of that. So please take the time, guys. I mean, it would definitely behoove you to take a few minutes, go over with the buyers what it means to be a buyer in this market right now to cause you to win the home. And what I mean by that is number one, we need to make sure you got an updated pre-approval, right? Because if we're in a multiple offer situation, and let's say it's a regular bank or even a credit union they want to go with, and all bids are due Sunday at 5, and your pre-approval letter is 6 months old, they're out of the game. Ain't going to happen, right? If they've got 15 bids that they're going up against and their pre-approval letter of the 15, the only one that's not good to go, it's stale, not going to happen, right? Number two, we've got to be prepared to have a flexible closing time depending on when the sellers need it. That's huge for sellers right now. And then number three, buttoning up with that, of course, is being flexible on occupancy. How much time after the closing the buyers need or the sellers need, and just explaining to the buyers, hey guys, most sellers are going to need the money from the closing to be able to transact on their next property, and then they have to actually complete the move, all of those things. And a lot of sellers are looking at, being honest with the buyers, a lot of sellers are looking at occupancy as a prime driver, even more so than the highest bid necessarily. And we won multiple bids where we were not the high one, but we won on the occupancy stage. And we use those stories. Definitely, if you have them, use them. If you need them, let me know. I can help you with a couple of stories. But again, letting the buyers know that price is a term, not necessarily all the terms. Number three, be prepared to go over asking price. Simple enough. And show them. Don't just tell them, show them, right? Go into the multiple listing service and pull up just the last 45 days of properties and areas they're looking at and show them how many of those actually went above asking price, right? Number three, being able to give a little on the appraisal, right? Because right now appraisers are still the market, the appraisal market, the appraisal values are still trailing market values by a solid 90 to 120 days. And that's because of the low number of sales and inventory in the area. Let's say a property sold 4 months ago for 285,000, right? We've got a property right now that's pending at 300, but it's not closed, so it can't be used. And now we've got a property at 310. The only count that appraiser can use in this case, in this overly simplified scenario, is at 285. So could the appraiser give a little, maybe come up with a 290 or 295? Sure. Some appraisers will. Some appraisers will give a low give because of time and market. But here's the reality of it. That appraisal's coming in 20,000 light. 15 to 25,000 light. That's just our reality. And we've got to make sure the buyers are aware of this going in, and they're okay with kicking out some extra dollars towards the difference in the gap in that appraised value, because I guarantee you the other buyers that have lost a couple of properties already, they are. Now, it comes up, of course, hey, I don't want to overpay for a property. I will do a video on that specifically next, because that is, in and of itself is an entire objection and an entire string of handlers that need to be done so that we get that buyer's mindset in line. Yes, and then also shortened or waiving an inspection, right? So what I mean by that is especially with newer homes, 5 years or less, 8 years or less, we've started advising our buyers to do site only inspections, where we guarantee we will not come back and ask the seller for anything. It's either a yes, we're taking the property, or no, we're not, right? That's it. That's simple. Second is shortening up that inspection time period, right? So as a listing agent, I'm looking at some of these inspections where they're happening in 48 hours. They're not doing a 7-day inspection anymore or a 10-day inspection anymore. Forget all that noise. They're saying 48 hours. So that's what I'm preparing my buyers for as well. All right. Because if we can get that done in 48 hours, it's going to make the sellers happy because they're only going to have to wait 2 days, because a lot of sellers, that's the number one issue with getting to a closing is the inspection and closing up that contingency to be able to walk away. Now, the reality is there are a lot of other contingencies, and it doesn't matter what the facts are. It matters how somebody feels. That's the truth of it, right? And we know that to be true in life the world over. So I need to make the sellers feel comfortable and feel secure that our offer is the offer to go with, right? Other than that, guys, I hope you found some value in this video. Please don't hesitate to give me a call about either coaching, or if you're considering joining a real estate team, if you're considering a career in real estate, or if you just have questions. Shoot me a ring, 248-714-0980. Thank you all again for tuning in, and make it a great day.